You hoard the grain while locusts eat our farms.
Tradition forbids you looking the king in the eye.
The earth is tired of necks. She wants heart.
We do not destroy the calabash. We wash it.
This land is sacred.
My son, one day this staff will be handed over to you, and the crown will rest upon your head. You are an African man with royal blood. You must protect this throne and this kingdom. When you finally become king, you must carry the legacy with dignity.
Son, remember, you are an African man. An Igbo man for that matter. The soil you stand on has memory. Every grain once swallowed the sweat of your grandfathers. When the world outside speaks of freedom, it often forgets that liberty without root is merely driftwood. Africa has her own mathematics. A man is never I, he is we. Measured in centuries. So carry the legacy the way a calabash carries palm wine. Steady, or the drink spills, and the earth drinks your shame.
But father, I don't like the lifestyle where everyone bows until their foreheads taste dust, as if I invented the sky. Must they fold themselves in half to prove I'm their prince? I have read that in the city of Timbuktu, scholars stood equal and argued with kings. If knowledge is truly weightier than beads of coral, why must a man's spine be bent for another man's dignity to stand straight?
The city has put pepper in your tongue. Let me tell you what the books did not. The bow is not for you. It is for the stool you will occupy. The moment you confuse the reverence given the throne with reverence given your skin, the python has swallowed its own tail. When I was crowned, my own father took me to the 04 tree at dawn. He said, "Rule long enough and you will feel loneliness dripping like palm oil from a broken calabash. These bent backs are not your glory. They are mirrors. Each bow reminds you that if you fail, the same backs will straighten and the songs will change." That is why the throne is called Okwu Eze. It talks, it questions your bones nightly.
Then let the throne talk, but let the people stand upright while it speaks. I dream of a kingdom where the king's ideas, not the king's heels, press footprints into the soil. Where a farmer can meet my eyes and say, "Son of the leopard, your policy is a blunt machete," and walk away with his head high. Is that not also African? Did our elders not sit in a circle? No head higher than another except by wisdom.
You speak of the Ama'ala, the circle of equals. Good. A crown that fears conversation is already brass, not gold. But remember, tradition is a river. It moves, yet if you forget its banks, it becomes flood. Change must be danced, not bulldozed. The drums must recognize the step before they shift the rhythm. So here is my covenant. When the moon completes 12 markets from tonight, you will host the first Iwa Aqua Forum. No titles, no horsetails, only voices. King and commoner under the coconut tree. If the people leave that circle still bending, the fault is yours. If they stand taller, the throne survives in their spines, not around your head. Either way, the python must keep swallowing its tail until it learns new shapes.
Then let the moon start counting, and I will not throw away the calabash. I will wash it, carve new patterns, and fill it with wine that does not intoxicate one man alone. Perhaps royalty is not the weight that bends others, but the fire that warms them, even if the log burns shorter.
When that fire glows, even the ancestors will lean closer. Now go, tell the royal drummer to loosen the skins. Tomorrow we announce a new dance. Same drums, different feet. And son, next time you enter the council, lower your own eyes first. Only then will you see the height at which your people truly stand.
The king will leave forever.
Must hear the unfiltered truth.
The gods have already counted. They showed me 3 cowries in the divination plate, 1 flat, 1 cracked, 1 upright. Interpretation, a circle, a fracture, a choice. which depends on the weight of tonight's words.
Obifuna, son of Nwanyibu, leopard of Umudaik, hear the voice you tax. You sit on bronze plates bought with our hunger. Last planting season, your heralds took 1 basket from every 10 for the gods, they said. Yet, when drought came, the community barn was empty. I weighed the missing grain on this scale. It tilts toward your palace, not toward Ani.
Mazio Kafo, master of scales, you have weighed me publicly. Now let me weigh myself before you. The missing baskets you speak of, yes, they rested in my granary. I told the gods they were for royal sacrifice. I told the nobles they were for border defense. I told my mirror they were for rainy days. In truth, I sold them to coastal traders for bronze.
You hoard the grain while locusts eat our farms.
Tradition forbids you looking the king in the eye.
The earth is tired of necks, she wants hearts.
Silence. I did not summon you to trade curses. I summoned you to keep the locusts from returning. Speak plain. What compromise keeps both crown and field alive?
Enough metaphors. The earth is literal. She says, if the throne eats more than it gives back, I will open my mouth and swallow it. I have seen the crack beginning under the royal stool itself. A hairline now, a chasm by harvest if greed continues.
Gods do not crave knees, they crave balance. A tilted world bruises in their ankles.
You asked for compromise. The gods offer a covenant written in palm oil, reduce the palace grain levy by half, abolish forced labor for noble farms, and the circle will hold. Refuse, and the fracture travels upward like lightning through a silk cotton tree.
Very well. Here is my decree, forged in this room, not in marble halls. The grain levy halves from the next moon. Forced farm labor ends. Nobles will hire with cowries or kindness. Aqua becomes monthly. Any tongue, however rough, may speak inside the chalk ring. Prostration remains for shrine rituals, gods first, mortals second.
Ndi Anir, children of the soil that swallowed our umbilicals, listen with the ears of tomorrow. Today, the circle has no head. The stool you see is shorter than every man's knee, so that we may remember, authority that needs height is already afraid. I, Nana, son of Obifuna, prince by blood, farmer by sweat, student of distant scrolls, stand inside this ring not to command but to co-breathe. You have been told that when the locusts came, they devoured your yams because the gods were angry with your silence. I tell you the locusts came because the granaries were fat with greed and the fences thin with lies. The gods are not blind, they are mirrors. Whatever face we twist, they twist back. Therefore, I bring 3 offerings, not from palace coffers, but from the hollow of my own chest. First the question. If a crown rests on bent backs, what happens when those backs straighten? Does the crown fly away like a startled parrot, or does it learn to perch on open palms? I wait for your answer.
The soil feeds even the leopard. The gods accept the innocent. The king must choose.
Abdicate now.
He is my son, the descendant of the slave. History is not a fairy tale, it is a contract. Every click, every share, every question you ask today rewrites the next page.
Ezemio, I sent for you before the first drop fell, but you chose to walk in only when my throne room now resembles a butcher's slab. Speak! What offense turned my own palace into a wounded animal?
The palace is not wounded, Nananyi. It is simply remembering. A house built on buried silence will one day open its mouth.
Silence? I have given this kingdom roads, schools, even a women's microbank. My voice has been louder than any drum since my coronation.
Yet the ground beneath your loudest voice is padded with a scream no one answered. 30 seasons ago, your late father, Oba Adeyemi II, buried a living man under this very veranda so the palace would never shake. That man's lineage was never honored. His blood became the mortar of your peace. Tonight, the mortar is dissolving.
I was 7 when that happened. Must a son lick the sore of his father's mouth?
The gods do not measure guilt by age. They measure balance. A tear for a tear, a bone for a bone. Until the scale is level, the walls will continue to menstruate death.
Then tell me the price quickly before my chiefs finish sharpening the knives they will use on me at dawn.
3 things, and only 3. 1. Find the seed of the buried his living grandchild walks among your slaves. Crown that child, friend of the crown, so your throne sits beside the pain it once ignored. 2. At the next cockcrow, you, Oba, not servant, must dig 1 calabash of earth from the slave's grave and carry it on your own head into the palace. Royalty must bow to the dust if dust is to bow back. 3. When the sand touches your brow, you must shed 1 tear that is free of pride. If the tear is salted with self-pity, the ground will know and reject it.
You ask me to crown a commoner, labor like a grave digger and cry on command? My forefathers never negotiated with ghosts.
Then prepare to join them. Ghosts do not negotiate. They simply wait kings. He pauses at the top of the stairs. Remember, the 3rd drumbeat will sound at moon's zenith. After that, even I cannot call the gods back.
Wait! Suppose I do these 3, will the bleeding stop?
The bleeding will stop, but the scar will remain to greet every future Oba. Here sat a man who learned that a throne is only as strong as the forgotten bones beneath it.
A throne that stands on bent backs
will snap at the first straight spine.
True royalty is not found in these old traditions, Father. It is earned by serving the soil and the people.
The gods demand sacrifice. The river must flow red.
We cannot spill more blood. We must seek peace.
Peace is madness, mother.
The soil feeds even the leopard that soils it. But she remembers.
We must go! They are coming! I knew you wouldn't let them win.
I once sold predestiners to Ketron. I ask you be my fate.
The cowries land upright, a sign the gods are waiting for man to speak first. History is a goat. Tie it too tight, it bleats. Let it roam, it eats your yam. Best to walk beside it with a rope of words.
Welcome, viewer. You are the 13th elder. Tap your screen when you wish to object, applaud, or demand proof.